For almost 2 months, this woman has been on an ISIS hit list. The FBI knew it, but the problem is she didn't, and neither did her local police department until Circa News called them. When did you first find out?
When you contacted me several weeks later.
This is Amelia, which isn't her real first name. We're using an alias to protect her and her husband, who's in the Army. She's not the only American in ISIS's crosshairs to be kept in the dark. Over the last 2 years, ISIS has issued hit lists naming more than 15,000 Americans to be killed in places like New York, Texas, California, and Florida. Circa News called just 24 on one of these lists and found 22 people who had no idea they were on it. None got a call from the FBI. Amelia was one of the few we talked with who got some sort of warning, but it was vague.
I received a phone call on May 12th from the Army Security Agency.
She said it was a short call and they read from a script indicating that there was a credible threat on her life, but didn't detail what the threat was. No mention of ISIS at all.
It was a little scary, and then he reiterated after the fact, don't be concerned, we are going to notify your local police department to be aware that you are under this alert, or that the FBI has notified us of this about you.
They're targets for radicalized lone wolves and terror cells. After Amelia got the call, she didn't know what to do.
I really didn't know where to contact anybody to get any more answers. They did tell me that if I needed to contact the local FBI agency in this region, I could, but honestly, as a regular citizen, I'm not really even sure how I would do that.
We called the Army to find out why she'd even been on a hit list. They couldn't talk about it. Then we went to the Corpus Christi police to see if they had been notified, like Amelia was told they were. They didn't know what we were talking about. We tried the FBI too. At first, we got the runaround. But a week after trying to get some answers, we did get this statement from the Corpus Christi police. We were not contacted by the Army or the FBI referencing the threat to our citizen.
The main purpose of government is to protect the citizens of this country.
Chad Jenkins used to be a counterterrorism agent for the FBI and had a job of tracking terror threats. Today, he runs his own security firm.
If we aren't notifying private citizens, that is a disservice. We need to be asking those questions as fellow Americans why that's not being done right now, especially with the evolving threat that we have seen so recently from ISIS-inspired and ISIS themselves here in America.
FBI officials offered this statement to Circa News, saying they are working hard to alert anyone who fell through the cracks of the notification system. The FBI added that to date, no one on any ISIS kill list has been murdered by terrorists. But that's cold comfort for Amelia.
We're not out there doing the tracking to find out that these things have been on the dark web. If we don't have that ability, we count on the government to do it for us. And they need to share that information with us so that we can protect ourselves.
Sarah Carter, Circa News.